question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal, Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal, Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal, Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Wala tayong upuan. Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal, Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal, Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A.
Ayan! Mga kababayan and East Coast friends, welcome to our Friday live stream habit here on
East Coast Filipino Portal. We showcase the passion and the pursuit of Filipinos and their friends in East Coast Canada region.
We connect the Filipinos in East Coast Canada region to the world.
This live stream is powered by YouFind Canada. For your social media marketing needs, contact ufind.ca. This guy, Joey Moreno, at 902-440-8304.
Would you like to know if you could qualify to get a mortgage for a house? Contact Donic Abad with Mortgage Alliance at
mortgagealliance.com. And for your proper retirement, I know there's a lot of newcomers who are following us on Facebook. So it's never too early or never too late. You can start now for your proper retirement and kids educational plan. And for your free financial needs analysis, contact Donic Abad. We miss him at 902-292-1368 with Primerica.
Ayun!
We know that Donic is in a church retreat right now, so he won't be here up until the weekend.
Yeah.
But we miss him so much. So he's enjoying his family time.
But anyway, kumusta? How are you?
We should say it in Nigerian.
In Nigerian,
How
it?
do you say kamusta in Nigerian? It's buwani? Bawani? Yeah, Bawani. Sorry, Bawani in Nigeria.
Ayan.
So kamusta in
Kumusta in
Tagalog.
Tagalog.
In English, how are you?
Ayan.
So how was your week?
It's a little bit challenging and adventure because I got a ticket, guys. So to all newcomers, I'll make a video about it for newcomers, especially to our community in Halifax. I'll do a special video about speed ticket.
About speeding tickets.
But so I got a speed ticket 2 days ago. So it's a learning experience. I'll say it. It's negative in the sense because it's my first time. So maybe I'll just share an information about it. I'll create a video about it. It's a learning experience. It's I can't explain it, but it's a learning experience.
You've said it like 4 times. But anyway, when Joey called me in regards to the incident, I right away said, welcome to Canada.
Yeah.
So we should follow rules. And I'm not saying that other countries don't. But here in Canada, specifically Nova Scotia, you know, we really have to follow rules, especially on the road, because there's a lot of incidents on the road. So we have to be careful. But on the lighter side, I had a pleasant experience with not really with driving, but I did change my car plate, and I was trying to keep the old one because you know it's really hard to move on from the old one. But anyway, when they changed it, I was surprised. I only did it in 5 minutes, and it's free. So I really didn't have to. It's totally different from what you had experienced.
Yeah.
So mine was a pleasant
actually,
one.
it's if we compare our experience here in Canada comparing into the Philippines, there's a big difference, especially in the traffic rules. Sometimes we don't follow. I'm guilty with it. I don't follow traffic rules in the Philippines. The speed in the Philippines, we don't drive 100 kilometers per hour in our place, especially in my province. I don't know in yours, but in my province, the fastest kilometer per hour that I can drive is 50. That's the fastest.
Oh wow.
50. So driving 100 kilometers is a big change for me. But yeah, I'm used to it now. That's why I didn't notice that I'm overspeeding. So I got a ticket. But I'll create a video about it. But yeah, it's totally different from here. So to all newcomers, welcome to Canada. You will learn a lot of things. And one thing that I realized here in Canada, you will learn from your experience.
And speaking of learning experience, we're so grateful and excited with the newcomers that are coming in, and they're actually adding in their Facebook groups Settle East Coast. So to those who are new in Halifax or in East Coast Canada region, please do like or join in Settle East Coast. It's a group of newcomers and volunteers who are dedicated in maybe picking you up from the airport if that's what you need when you come here, but mostly for looking places to stay. So today and for the past 2 days we had a great experience. They moved in here, and we have a volunteer, Checha De Leon. She was very helpful.
Yes, thank you, Tita Checha.
And we had food after we.
That's right. That's the best
so that's
part.
the best part. So, but no pressure to the volunteers.
But it's good thing that we have the Settle East Coast Facebook group, because this is one way to help our newcomer friends. So if you're coming here, please message us, message East Coast Filipino Portal, and join our group. It's Settle East Coast, because we will try our very best to help you. To find an apartment or just to support you, because for me as a newcomer, Al, when I came here in Canada, I don't have a friend, I don't have a relative. Knowing that there's someone at your back, or there's someone on your Facebook that you can message, it's a big help.
Exactly.
And that's why we have Settle East Coast.
On the contrary, I didn't have that experience because when I came here, my wife was already settled. So everything was laid before me. And still I wasn't that very grateful. But thanks to my wife for doing everything. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the fulfillment that I get, seeing their reactions when you hand out, used plates or used furnitures, they really, we know that maybe they have, some some good experience in the Philippines. They have a good status. But when you come here, you really have to start from scratch, and there's a lot of expenses prior to coming here.
That's right.
So any little help will be, will be
Appreciated.
well appreciated by our newcomers. And
Yeah.
thanks so much to all those who have donated clothes,
That's
and
right.
we have. I will be picking up some plates and some lots of stuff, some
There's some
furniture,
furnitures also.
and lots of winter clothing
That's
as
right,
well,
yeah.
because it's actually winter in the morning and summer in the
In the
afternoon.
afternoon.
Today,
Yeah.
so it's quite interesting. But I'm still wearing my shorts
That's
for
right.
work, so I will be wearing that up until December 3rd.
Can you send us a picture of yours
Of
wearing
me?
a shirt?
Oh
No,
no.
that's it. But anyway, we would like to say thank you very much to all volunteers,
To all those who are
to all
supporting,
people
yeah.
that are donating their used clothing, their used furnitures.
Thank you
It's
so
a
much.
big help for every newcomers that coming here. As I say,
Mhm.
not just item, not just product or furnitures. Your support, emotional support,
It's
is
the outright connection
That's right.
that they get, so it's not just those material things. So we know that our group is growing, so let's move to our news. Halifax is also growing in the sense that finally the city center plan has been approved. So we can't wait. It's about 4 or 5 years in the making, and finally they approved it. So I know that they will be coming up with 27-story building, and then a lot of improvements will be done in Halifax
Yeah.
and Dartmouth. Because it's very obvious when you come to Halifax. I was here in 2011, and after 3 years, I was surprised. There's a lot of buildings already, a lot of apartments, and I can't wait to see the cities grow. Because
That's right.
Halifax, we kind of compare our city to Boston, but to be honest, Boston is really way far in terms of infrastructure in the downtown core. So we can't wait. I personally can't wait to see Halifax grow in that direction, especially the Commons.
That's
The
right.
Commons is, for me, there's a lot of spaces there that we utilize right now, but the city center plan has focused on also the Commons so that it will be improved more as to how the residents can maximize the swimming space and other spaces in there, because it's quite outdated in my opinion. So
For me, Al, development, improvement in a city means employment. So if
Exactly.
there's an employment, there's a growth in the city, it's a growth in the community, means there's a needs and employment, needs manpower to build those 27-story buildings.
exactly.
So we are happy to hear about it. It's a good news for everyone that are planning to come here in Canada, that already here in Halifax. It means there's a job that is available.
There's lots of jobs coming in. And speaking of jobs, the next news that we have, it's actually the 3,600 invitations
Yes.
for the express entry.
Entry.
So they're gonna be doing a draw, and
Yeah.
they'll be getting 3,600
3,600.
more
Yeah.
who will be coming into
And
the
this
Canadian
is
soil.
for everyone that first time to hear about the express entry. Express entry is one of the pathway
Pathways, yeah.
to come here or to migrate here in Canada. The express entry is based from the CRS score, and
Yes.
the latest, the latest draw is the score is
462.
462.
Instead of 463, they put it down a
Down.
little bit.
It's
So
1 point.
just one notch down.
Yeah.
462.
It's
so.
hard to get a 4, to be honest, because 462 CRS score is very hard to get. But then 462 for if your CRS score right now, if you check your CRS is 470, you have the chance.
Wow.
So you have a big chance based from the current trend. The last time is September 14 is 461.
Mhm.
So maybe
Oh, wow.
461 and 462, 463, sorry, 463
Mhm.
last draw, which is September 4, and then September 18,
Mhm.
last 2 days ago, 462. So
62.
you have a big chance. So try to check, if you're planning to migrate here in Canada, try to check your CRS score. Who
Exactly.
knows?
And it's based on your language proficiency, your age, your,
Your
profession,
education.
your educational attainment. There's lots of criteria. So if you are young and you are at the peak of your career, if you have graduated from masters, try your luck. Yeah, go to
It's a pool. It's a draw.
mhm.
So
Go
we
to the
don't.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the main thing that you need to consider is to get the highest scores as possible. You can get those things as mentioned by Al: education, language test, experience. If you have a master's degree, you might have a chance. Or if you have a good IELTS score, you have a chance. But
Greater
anyway,
chance, yeah.
you can check those information at Canada.ca. That's the official website of Canada Immigration. You can check those information from their official website, which is Canada.ca.
Or maybe they're surprised we're wearing when in Halifax tonight. So definitely you guys can check out a lot of videos on when in Halifax, both on YouTube and on Facebook. Ayan.
Actually, I don't have plan to plug my vlog, but thank you very much. So when in Halifax, just visit my vlog. It's when in Halifax, and of course, thank you to our sponsors.
Of course.
Thank you for W11 sponsoring our
Shirts
Shirt and hoodie.
for tonight.
Yes.
And Koji, thank you so much for handing this out for us. Ayan, definitely Donick will miss this shirts though. Anyway, so guys, we are moving on to our third news that has been affecting us for 11 days already.
Yes.
This is the crane incident down by the downtown area. So yeah, there you go.
The business near Halifax crane collapse. So this was affected by the Durian hurricane. So it's unfortunate event to some business owners in downtown, but then
And residents as
and
well.
residents
yeah.
as well, and some employees. So
Exactly.
it's a sad news to everyone because we are community. So if there is someone or
Mhm.
group of community affected, we are also affected because there are some business establishment that are affected by this
Exactly.
incidents.
Yeah, I think one of those is Chris Reynolds. So he has 15
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah.
So right now for 11 days or so, they don't have any job because of that
That's right.
incident. So hopefully, we're not really trying to push you to finish a job, make sure that it's done quickly. But we'll hopefully it'll be prompt and at the safest possible way because there's a lot of debris on the evening of Dorian. That was when was it? Saturday night. And then morning come Sunday, I went right away to the location and looked at it. It was quite a devastation. But more than anything else, I know that the government and the business owners around that area has been doing a lot to make sure that the residents and even their employees are well taken care of.
But this, on the other hand, despite of these incidents, this sad news is we appreciate those people that help us to
Exactly.
about our
yeah.
power, the Nova
Yeah.
Scotia power, the people that help to bring back the power of Nova Scotia. We are so thankful for those people, for the hard work, for the dedication to finish all the
Exactly.
the affected area to
Mhm.
have a power again. So thank you very much.
I think it went 100% right away, like on that Sunday
Okay.
or Monday.
And
Yeah.
then I talked to Jessa and comparing the blackout or brownout here in Halifax compared to the Philippines. The Philippines, if we have a I'm talking about
Yeah.
Bicol, the province of
Yeah.
the Bicol, because
Bicol province.
Bicol province, because we always have a typhoon, and
Oh, okay.
if there is a typhoon 3, signal number 3, we always have a blackout around 3 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks, and we're used to it. We're used to it, but here it's different story because if you lose power, you cannot cook.
No.
There's no heater if it's cold, right?
Mhm.
So it's what do you call this? It's more difficult here in Halifax compared in the Philippines if you lose
Exactly.
power. That's why we need power actually.
I think one thing I like about being here is that when there's incidents like this prior to the typhoon or the hurricane, we are well informed. So like in my
Yes.
family, we are prepared for at
Yes.
least 3 days.
That's right.
It's a good thing.
You-
Power went off Saturday
Mhm.
evening and then went back Sunday
That's
Sunday
right.
lunchtime. So that was just perfect, and we had a tent set
That's
up in
right.
our living room.
Yeah.
We were quite prepared.
That's the main thing. You are prepared if there's a
Mhm.
hurricane or typhoon or winter storm. There's always an information that are disseminated in our community,
Exactly.
especially here in Halifax. So you are prepared to what to do.
Mhm.
Especially this Durian hurricane, we're informed to prepare something just in
Mhm.
case there will be a worst scenario, you are prepared. You are advised to bring food, keep something, you are advised, and you are up to date with what is happening of the weather, because of there's a weather app, the news and the information disseminating through social media. So we are so lucky to be updated time, especially for this
I think
hurricane.
even though there's no hurricane or any phenomena like that, personally in my family we have a 72-hour kit that we prepare.
Oh,
So it's something handy that we can carry right away in case, you never know, like anything can happen. So
wow.
we have that
So,
ready, and like
yeah.
all the food are there, all those necessary meds or whatnot are there. So it's something that we do, and we
That's
are
a good
grateful. Even in the
suggestion.
Philippines,
Yeah.
we did that.
Yeah.
So up until here, we
Wow.
still do that.
We should do that also,
Mhm.
because you do not know what is, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
accident, disaster, you don't know, right? Even there's a technology that is keep updating or updating us, or can detect some, you don't know what will happen. So
Mhm.
make sure you have the, I will do that, 72
72-hour
hours.
kit. So it's
Wow.
it's a 3-day preparation. But anyway, speaking of preparation and detection, we have detected some friends who are watching right now.
Yes.
Kelton Kersley, thanks so much for watching on my personal. I'm doing a watch party, so thank you so much, and also to my teacher Roberto Bondoc and Maricar Ann, Brian Danielson. He's also one of my dear friends from US, and of course my new friend this week, Ephraim Oliver. So he messaged us on East Coast Filipino Portal, and he did send us some suggestions. So we really
Yes.
appreciate your comments.
Your comments.
And of course, let's move on to our next stop.
Next
We're gonna
events.
have events. There you go.
Yes.
Tomorrow, 21st. That's a Saturday, 21st of September, from 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. at NSICC Kearney Lake Masjid. So it's a church for Muslims, or our Islam goers. There's gonna be a multicultural fundraising bazaar. So if you guys are interested, go there in Kearney Lake and have fun. Or for our newcomers, if you need something, probably they have it at a lower cost. So go there. They have a bazaar. September 21st, tomorrow, 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. Ayan. And
Yeah.
our next one, we have, this is Koji's favorite, my favorite, and I guess your favorite as well. This is the East Coast Subaru Fall
Oh,
Rumble
yes.
2019. So it's gonna be this coming Saturday. So there's lots of events coming in because winter might set in anytime soon. So we have lots of events trying to catch up with the remaining days of summer. Well, tomorrow's gonna be fall, right? So officially tomorrow is fall, but it's still a great weather. So go out at the Gary Martin Drive from 1 till 4 p.m. at the BMO Center there in Bedford.
So to
it's,
all car guy, to car enthusiasts, visit this event. It's Subaru car show, right?
yeah, the
Alright.
Subaru
East Coast
Fall-
Subaru
Fall Rumble.
Rumble 2019.
and of course this is one of the most exciting. You know what?
Yes.
Our Filipino friends and leaders, community leaders from New Brunswick, they message us. They will be coming here next week for this big event by Nadia and
Yes.
Elmer Castillano on September 28, 2019. That's a Retro Hits concert. So they're gonna be performing songs and hit songs from 70s, 80s, and 90s.
90s,
So
ayan.
those are songs from, sino ba? Sino mga singers?
Tom Jones, Bee Gees. Hindi, I'm not
You're
a
not quite-
singer, but yeah, to everyone that are
Beatles,
Michael Jackson's,
Yeah.
yun.
Whitney Houston. Ayan. So if you guys are interested to watch Nadia perform the 70s, 80s, and
Yun.
90s hits, you can always message Helen at
Tita Helen.
PinoyEventHalifax@gmail.com.
Yun.
Ayan.
September 28, book ninyo, lagay niyo sa calendar. If you don't have a ticket yet, contact Tita Helen. Yun, sa September 28, malapit na yun.
Yes, of course. It's gonna be next
Next
Saturday, not tomorrow,
Ayan.
but next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
So that's September 28 from 6 till 8:30 p.m. at Diman Lebanese
Lebanese.
Diman Lebanese Center in Kearney Lake. And today
Exactly.
we have a Lebanese guy with us.
Yes.
Very special guy.
Very special.
So
guys.
gonna help us find out if social media is a go or a no for all of us, because there's always been a buzz about social media. And I think it's the same thing with TV. When TV came out, people were crazy over being couch potato. You don't do anything, stuff like that. But there's also like it's the same. I would think it's the same concern, but there comes a responsibility when you
That's
deal
right.
with technology. So later on, we'll find out as to how we can maximize or
Yes.
or minimize our time.
That's
I
right.
don't know. So we'll find out later.
Because social media is actually everybody are using social media, so
Mhm.
it's a good topic to discuss if it can help you or can affect you.
Exactly. So you guys, if you have any questions for that discussion, feel free to comment in our live stream. So for that question, we'll go to George later on. And don't
Yes.
forget our promo play. It's still happening. We'll be drawing the winner for our raffle draw later. He's gonna win. He or she's gonna win a longanisa
Longanisa.
care of
Moy.
Kuya Mois.
Kuya Mois.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Via
thank you.
and the rest of the guys. And of course, right now we're gonna have our
Correspondent
correspondent
from Cape Breton.
Cape Breton
Yeah.
and
From Jackie
PI.
Milton. Yeah. Thank you very much, Jackie. And if you want to be part of East Coast Filipino Portal, to be a correspondent to if you're we don't have a new
for now.
correspondent New
For now,
Brunswick
we don't have a correspondent from New Brunswick,
and Newfoundland.
but they're very helpful in terms of sending videos.
Sending videos, yes.
So I'd like to commend Marie Valenciano for helping us out, and of course the Moreno. The Morenos of New Brunswick. Thank you so much. So right now we're gonna have a video
That's right.
from our correspondent, both in Cape Breton and
PEI.
PI. So Sherry and Jacqueline
Jacqueline.
Molto. Let's
Awesome.
watch this one.
We're here in Cheticamp today for our once in a lifetime experience of helicopter tour. With me is Alisa and Andrew. We love to go places, especially appreciate the beauty of Cape Breton, but today we want to see Cape Breton in a different perspective. Elisa, are we ready? This is my view. Good. Andito po tayo ngayon sa annual Scarecrow Festival presented by Cool Breeze Farms. This is the 10th year of the event that has been organized by the 5th generation of the Simmons. It's 100 acre of land for potatoes, green, and corn. They usually have a corn maze, but this year due to Hurricane Dorian, wala po tayong corn maze ngayon.
There's about 4 tractors on the road right now. So you guys see the field? This field took probably about 4 to 5 weeks to get together. We have 2 staff members who do most of the work, and well, after the hurricane they had a lot of work to do this last week, but they got it all together and all ready. You guys can see
The corn maze is usually set up over this area of the livestock corn, which really took the hit from the hurricane last week. However, on the other side of this field where they grow the corn that we eat, some of them survive and they pick the cobs by hand and spend 2 hours a day, and they have picked 8,000 cobs in 2 days. And here's the difference of the corn that we eat and for the livestock. This is for the livestock, and this is the corn that we eat. Aside from the corn maze that is missing this year, there's still lots and lots of stuff to see. Let's go take a look. Thank you for watching. This is your East Coast Filipino Portal correspondent here in PEI, Sherilyn Manantan. Have a good day.
There you go. Thank you very much, Jacqueline Molto and
Shirley
Manantan
Manantan from
PEI.
PEI.
Yan.
So thanks so much for contributing. I really like the activities that they did. Jacqueline went on a chopper. And she toured all over Cape Breton.
Yeah.
Via chopper. That was quite intense.
Yeah.
So really appreciate
I want
the
to try
videos
that
you sent.
one. So Jackie, please send me the details on how much and the schedule of that chopper, because I want to see the beauty. It's like you are in a drone. I like a drone
Aerial
shots.
view, yeah.
So the aerial view is very adventurous. Yeah.
And of course, Sherry, that was really an interesting event that you attended.
Corn.
Yeah.
So-
Ayan.
And we have a special guest tonight.
Ekabo
Yes,
Tukunle.
Yes.
Sukunle Fakiyesi, the president of the Nigerian Association in Halifax. And of course, Jide Adesalu, the PRO, the Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Association in Halifax. Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Nice
For
to be
having
here.
us. We're happy to be here.
Yes.
You guys
Awesome.
are doing a great job here, we must say.
Thank you so much. So in our commitment to not just feature the Filipinos, we also feature the friends of Filipinos. That means other immigrants around East Coast Canada region. So the reason why we have them as our guests is because they want to promote their Nigerian week here in Halifax for 2019. It's gonna happen on the 28th. Starting on the 28th, that's gonna be next week for the whole week of that week.
Yes.
So Kunle, as the president, you mentioned a while ago that you did this last year and also this year as part of your tenure as a president. So what's the difference between last year's and this year's event for the Nigeria Week?
Thank you so much. So we actually started Nigeria Week in this current format in 2017 in Halifax. So this is our third year of having Nigeria Week.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So this year is very much different from last year. One major highlight for this year, or two major highlights, are this year we are organizing a charity event to raise funds within the community to support the fight against cancer. So on the very first day of Nigeria Week this year, Saturday, September 28th, we shall be doing a charity walk. So and as part of that walk, all the money that we raise will be donated to the Canadian Cancer Society to support the fight against cancer. That will happen at the Canada Game Center in Halifax. So everybody is welcome to attend. If you go to our go ahead, Jide.
Yeah, I mean, just to emphasize the fact that we want people to join us in all the events. It's not just a Nigerian thing, it's a celebration for everyone to be part of it.
To battle cancer. That's a great tone for the whole week to set up your
to start the event.
To start the event. Awesome. So that's gonna happen at Canada Game Center from 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning, bright and early.
Wow.
So if you go to our website, www.nigeriansinnovascotia.org, you will see the link where you can sign up to be a part of the event. Or even to donate. If you want to support our cause and donate some money to the fight against cancer, you can do that right there from the website.
Wow. So you if they want to help, they can give something and they can volunteer as well.
Yes, they can come join the work, physically work with us in Canada.
So we will post after this live streaming, we will post a link of your website so that to those people that are interested to help, to share, you can connect to the website.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're gonna have T-shirts to wear if you are interested in joining the work. There will be T-shirts for
there will be
people to
customized T-shirts just for the charity.
All the money generated during the event will all go to the Cancer Society.
Wow, awesome job.
That's
Awesome job. And I'm looking at your events right now, and one of the most interesting that we've talked about is the Jollof Cook-Off. Tell us more about that.
Yes. So
this is something that you guys offer to the world, right? So it's something of your pride. So tell us what's Jollof rice.
Jollof rice is a special special take on rice. You know, rice is a staple in many cultures across the world. But when you come to Nigeria and you taste the way we make rice, so we call it jollof rice. It's very tasty, very spicy. It has that red taste. It's if you eat it once, you will never want to eat any other. I promise.
I'll try. We will try that.
So where will this be?
So we're having the jollof cook-off on Friday on Thursday, October 3rd, at the Sobeys on Lacewood Drive, the community room in Sobeys. So we will have some chefs competing. You know, you have two different teams cooking the jollof, and then people like you and I will just sit down
and
wait for them to, and then we eat the jollof.
All right. So it's very exciting event because there will be a chef that will going to prepare. It's like a competition.
It's a competition,
and then after they cook, they will eat.
Then we will decide who's jollof is.
That's the yummiest jollof.
The nice thing, it's free for everyone.
It's free, yes.
Yeah.
The event is good as well.
That's what I love.
So you guys already have judges, because I'm really good at tasting food.
So you got automatic invitation.
Yeah.
Oh sure, definitely. Sorry, because we jumped from Saturday, we went right away to Thursday. But I know you also guys have a business expo coming up for that week. Tell us more about that as well.
Okay, Jide, I'll leave Jide to talk about that.
Okay, the Business Expo is an event where we're going to get the captains of industries to come together who have been doing business in Nova Scotia, in Halifax for quite a while. They're going to share their experiences about starting a business. about the challenges you face in a business, about the opportunities you have in businesses, and to encourage people who want to do business, and maybe they learn the ropes and get to learn a few things on how to really go about starting it. A lot of people wanted to do some business, but they never get around it.
Right.
They just procrastinate. They just think about it.
They
But
delay their dreams.
They delay their
Yeah.
dreams.
Right.
But this event is to encourage people
That's right.
to venture into business enterprise.
Wow.
And
And,
the topic for that night will be business entrepreneurship and opportunities, a 10-year outlook. So
Okay.
what we're trying to do, the topic is to look at Halifax, because if you look at this city, it's grown a lot over the past 3-4 years.
That's right.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
we expect that trend to continue to the next decade.
That's right.
So
Wow.
next year will be 2020. What's
Mhm.
going to happen 2020 to 2030? How do you position yourself to take
That's right.
advantage? So we're
That's
bringing in people that are well versed in business, like Jide said, to
That
talk
are
about
established business
that. Opening
owners
our
as well.
eyes to some of the opportunities and how we can take
Awesome.
advantage of them. Yes.
So it's not a one-shot business meeting. You guys have like a 10-year plan.
10-year plan.
So you guys will
To
follow
see.
up with those who
Yes,
joined with you
exactly.
guys.
And it's very good, Al, especially for Filipino, because our community, they are planning or they are have a dream to start their business. So attending to this business expo will give them ideas and inspire them to start their business.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's for me, starting a business is like an inspiration. If you see someone that are very successful, you are inspired to do something.
Something.
To start your business now, because this guy is successful and he did this something, this business. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a good
avenue.
avenue.
A number of people, not just one.
Wow.
2, 3, 4. Experienced business people,
Wow.
and you get the chance to ask them
It will
questions.
be a very
Wow.
interactive session.
Interactive
Wow.
session.
They
So
will actually be coming to share their experience,
Yes.
how they succeeded
Wow.
in the
That's
businesses
exciting.
they're
Because
doing.
when I came here again, as I consider myself as a newcomer. When I came here, my day one, I said I want to start a business, but I don't know where to start. And this business expo is one way, an avenue to learn something and to learn to start. Maybe you start right after the business expo. You got the ideas, right?
Yes.
Or even before going to the business expo, it's nice to have something in mind already, so that come up with questions before you go to the business expo, because it's you said it's an interactive
Yes.
expo.
Right.
You get to ask your personal questions, your fears, or anything, your apprehensions about coming up with a business in the Canada setting.
That's right.
Exactly.
So that's one of the highlights as well.
And you get to hear all the kind of permits you need to get, how to go about registering your business name, how to pay all the tax and government levies and dues.
All those
Yeah.
legalities.
Wow.
Actually, one of the
Surrounds
panelists is a lawyer.
Wow.
One of the panelists is a
Yeah.
lawyer, and his
Wow.
focus is actually startup and entrepreneurship law.
Perfect.
So he
That's
will
a
be
good,
really able
That's
to
amazing.
speak to
Interesting.
that. Yes.
interesting.
I know there's a lot of lineup in your activities for that week. So you guys, if you're interested, you can always visit the website. You want to tell us the website again?
www.nigeriansinnovascotia.org. Two more things that we really need to talk about.
Sure.
About Nigeria Week is the flag raising and proclamation ceremony.
Yes, exactly.
That's a very historic one in Halifax.
It's the first time.
It's the
Yeah.
first time
Mhm.
the Nigerian flag will be raised on October 2nd, 9:30 a.m. on the front steps of the City Hall, right there by the Grand Parade.
Yeah.
How long will it stay there?
It probably is going to stay there for the entire
For
day.
the entire-
But more importantly, the city of Halifax is going to declare the first week of October every year
Mhm.
as Nigeria Week.
As
in
the official
the
Nigeria
official
Nigeria
Nigeria
Week.
Week.
in the city of
Yeah.
Halifax,
Wow.
to recognize the contributions of Nigerian
Yeah.
community to this
To the community.
to the bigger community. And so it's
Yes.
very historical. We thank the city for that, and we thank other communities that have also helped us along the way
Awesome.
to get
To
to
make it
where we
happen.
are today. So we urge you all to come out and be a part of that.
That's right.
Be a part
Yeah.
of history.
That's
in
right.
Halifax.
We're happy that we're part of history already
Yeah.
for inviting them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one I wanted to mention, the
Yes.
week runs from September 28th
Eight.
all the way to October 5.
5.
So all the events are free from September 28th. The charity is free, the expo is free, the Jollof Cook-Off is free, the soccer competition is free.
Professional headshots.
And we are
It's
giving
free.
out free professional headshots as well.
Wow.
To help
What's
your,
that?
your LinkedIn
For
profile.
LinkedIn
picture.
profile.
Oh, okay.
I'll go there.
I'm scared of pictures.
All those are free.
Professional.
Oh,
Professional.
okay, so they will take care of
Yeah.
that.
But there's
Yeah.
one.
I like that part.
And it's
But
for
there's
free.
one
Mhm.
Saturday, October 5. That's the dinner event.
Okay.
That's a ticketed event. That's
Yeah.
the only
That's
one.
a finale,
ticketed.
right?
Yeah.
The finale.
The
That's
finale.
the grand, the Nigerian Night annual dinner and awards ceremony.
Okay.
That's happening on Saturday, October 5 at the Westin Nova Scotian Hotel,
Mhm.
downtown Halifax.
Mhm.
So, if you ever heard the saying, ain't no party like a Lagos party, don't miss that. If you miss anything else, don't miss that.
Okay.
Go to tickethalifax.com,
Uh-huh.
buy your tickets, dress up, and show.
And enjoy the night.
Yes.
Enjoy the night. Great
Wow.
food, great music, great entertainment, make new friends, new connections with other members of the community. You don't want to miss that.
That's right. And it's very important to be part of this event because you're not just part of the history, but you're meeting new people,
Exactly.
building network, building friendship. And
Exactly.
so to everyone that are watching right now, we encourage you to join this historical event and then to meet new friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It's making meaningful connections
That's
within the
right.
community.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
matter
the whole
of
idea.
fact, the theme for this year's
Yes.
celebration is "We Are Stronger Together."
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
Like that.
That's a tribute to the notion that no community can do these things on their own. It's
Mhm.
when we come together and really interweave or intertwine our strengths that we become stronger. And
That's right.
We're able to build a bigger and more sustainable community
Exactly.
for all of us. Yeah.
No individual becomes successful without a strong community that backs him up. So we
That's
have to
right.
do it not individually but as a team, as a
team.
community.
Yeah.
And we're glad that you guys came out here to promote this event because we believe that you are also part of our team for the
Mhm.
East Coast Filipino Portal as we showcase also our friends, which you guys are also our newfound friends.
Yay!
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you so much. Well, once again, guys, go out on the September 28th till October 5th for the Nigeria Week. There's a lot of events happening for that. They're all free, and of course, the only
Ticket.
one that you have to pay for tickets will be on the October 5th
That's
for
right.
the gala night for this Nigeria Week.
Yeah.
Once again, Kunle and Jide, thank you so much for coming
Thank
over.
you for having us. Thank
And
you.
of course, Benga, he was here and he's still here for sure. Thanks so much.
Thank you
And
very much.
yeah, hopefully we'll be able to go
To
and
do
feature
some-
their
yeah.
events. Yeah.
You're all welcome. We look forward to
Awesome.
seeing you.
Yes.
Jide, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Thank
very
you
much.
for-
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
you very
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
you for receiving us here, for giving us the opportunity to connect with your people and with everyone. We just want to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
It's-
How do you
it's
say
your-
thank you in Nigeria?
Which of the languages? We have so
Yeah.
many.
Oh, yeah.
The one that you guys speak.
Okay.
Eshe.
Eshe.
Eshe Pupo.
Eshe
You can also
Eshe
say
Pupo.
Nagode. Yeah, that's
good.
Nagode.
It's
We'll just go and eat that
You can
jollof
say-
rice.
You just go eat the jollof
Yeah,
rice.
definitely. And of
Thank
course,
you.
a lot of activities. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
guys.
so
Thank you
much.
so much. Nice. Thank you for
Yes.
having us.
I am.
Awesome.
And of
Right.
course,
Thank you so much.
I'll just run the
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal. Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize from our sponsors. Our trivia question for this week is...
Alright, so here's the question for the promo. Which university in the Philippines did I graduate from? Letter A, De La Salle University. Letter B, University of the Philippines. And C, University of Santo Tomas.
Here you go. This is our part 2 of our live stream. And for this Friday live stream habit, and welcome George.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I said I know this guy from somewhere.
Yeah.
It looks like
Looks
I see him
very
every
familiar.
Wednesday.
Very familiar.
Yeah.
So as we all know, George is connected with iSans in terms of business mentoring and coaching. So I wonder what's the difference between that. But anyway, Joey is also doing a live stream with him
With
every
George,
Wednesday.
every Wednesday,
Lots of
we
events
share
Yeah.
we
around.
share information about social media, but that's why we're used to be in live
That's
streaming,
right.
George. But I don't know what happened, Al, because I feel so nervous on the first part. Like, but anyway, we're so happy to have you, George, here.
Thank you so much. I'm
Here
very
in
happy.
East Coast,
East
Filipino
Coast
Portal.
Thanks for
Filipino
having
Portal.
me.
Very exciting. So when I contacted George, he right away said yes. And the topic that we'll be discussing today is about social media, whether it's a green light or a red light for most of us. So in terms of the downside of social media, before we're gonna end with with the advantages of social media, what do you think are the prominent disadvantages of social media?
Well, the disadvantages of social media is that it's like any other tool that you use in your life. Either you use it in a good way or use it or misuse it, and it goes to bad things. So for people like who uses social media on daily basis, that just like for chatting and no purpose, and they stick on social media or their phone days and night, they're not taking care of themselves, their health, their family. It becomes kind of addiction.
So there's no balance between
There
your
is.
life and your social media life.
That's right. And people started to see that social media becomes kind of their own community, their own small town. If you go on any profile, like my profile, I have maybe 2,000 people. On yours, you might have also thousands. So every one of us already have a town on their Facebook, for instance.
We have a city
So-
on our own account.
So
yeah.
imagine you are the president of this town and you lock your doors and you don't talk to anyone. So
Exactly.
how people like around you will know what you're doing, how you're going to communicate with those people, how you're going to benefit for something for yourself, for themselves. So sharing is one of the parts that people are missing, this kind of connection.
And the main thing with the social media, some people I think forget that social media is also socializing. We already mentioned it. Like
It
people
is.
always pretending. Some people. This is not
They
to
think
all.
it is all about selling.
That's right.
So yeah, imagine like I'm sitting in here instead of having this conversation. I said like,
I can just
I
sit
sell
down and you guys
phones.
can.
Yeah, I sell phones. Please buy. Joey buy. Al buy, and please everybody buy.
Yeah.
And I keep saying like the same over and over for an hour. Like people will get bored, and this is what most people they tend to do. Either like you are selling a product or you're selling a message or just chatting with other people. It's all about us, and we forget that we are talking about someone or we are interacting with someone else on the
Interaction.
other side.
Yeah.
And I think one of the downside as well of social media is the physical aspect of connections. So I would believe that social media is just the initial towards the physical aspect of connection.
That's right.
It's not the ultimate. It's
No.
just one of the medium of connecting to people. That's the first part, and then the next part would be the actual meetup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't start and end in social media.
That's right. I call it kind of the high. Like if you are meeting someone,
That's right.
this is just the high. And
That's right.
what comes after that, like the way you use your platform will be very very critical. Either you get something for yourself or for the other people, or you might like close the door on yourself and do nothing about it.
And the main thing for people that are not a business owner, for using the social media for day-to-day use, for me as a parent, the only disadvantage with social media is my kids or our kids, sometimes they forget to socialize with other kids going to the park. That's why for me, what I do is I make sure that I balance it, use the social media to communicate their grandparents
True.
abroad in the Philippines
For free.
but I always let them play with other kids also, to meet
Yes.
physical people.
Yeah.
So for people that are, always on the side of negative for social media, make sure that you balance. For me, that's balance. Because social media, we use the social media to disseminate information, what we're doing with social media for all, what we're doing in
Right now,
Santa East Coast.
yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
right now we're sharing information, so we use the advantage for sharing information. So it's all balance.
And just to mention, because I see some, we're talking about families and parents, and I see
Mhm.
some parents, they are not communicating with their kids, or what they do just like on Facebook.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
there is no communication in the same house. Like they are sitting beside each other, and nobody is talking to the other person. So it works, as you said, perfect if you have a distance between you and the
Mhm.
other person.
Exactly.
But if you are, it's a social tool.
Mhm.
If you are close to someone, go meet those
Yeah.
people
That's
in
right.
person.
We please. That's why don't use the social media become the barrier for the for the social
Communication,
interaction or
The
for the
physical,
with the
yeah.
physical.
I think what works well in terms of balancing your social media life and your actual life is to really, for at least for the whole week, come up with a schedule. And I really like phones right now because they count as to how many hours you deal
Spend
with, you spend
on
with,
social
with
media,
on
yeah.
social media, whether it be, I don't have an IG, I only have Facebook, that's it. And like it will really count as to how many hours you spent on
Usually
IG, on
report.
Facebook. So it reports back as to how much you deal with the virtual and the actual life of yours.
Mhm.
So I think the key there is really balancing by scheduling your events for the week. So it's social media is not your start and end of your life. It is just the beginning of a lot of opportunities.
The
Yeah, very
opportunities.
true.
So there's a lots of opportunity for individual. There's opportunity for a family.
Mhm.
For connection, communication, for business owners also. Because social media, you can utilize the social media from different aspect.
Mhm.
If you're an individual looking for someone, you can use social media. If you're a
Spy on
family
someone,
spying
that you
someone,
want some information.
that's right. Yeah, and the same. If you're family, you're far from distance. You're from the Philippines. You're
What they're
kind of
doing right now before I call. So
Yeah, your parents.
I
see
have
you.
a reason, to call them.
And the best thing with the social media, you can share your location with your mom. Mom, I'm here on this. Share the location in your Google
Yeah.
Map. So
Not everyone wants to.
No.
I don't share my location
Maybe
to my
we're
mom.
lucky we don't have social media when we're growing up.
Yeah, this is what I told my great aunt in Toronto when we visited her during the Labor Day long weekend. I said, how much do you spend for your phone in calling our relatives in the Philippines? She said around 1,000 a month. I was like, what?
Like-
That's already a rent, for some places in Halifax. And she's like, I can't deal with the social media thing, the
Mhm.
Facebook. And I said, to be
It's-
honest, we spend zero to contact
That's
all
right,
of my
yeah.
other 5 brothers in the Philippines. So, like, we have a group chat. So, from individual, we'll go into the group. So, we have a group chat.
Looking at
Mhm.
photos.
Yeah, looking at photos, sending them videos. They may not like whatever I post in public, but at least I know that in the group chat, they like the photo that I send. So,
Mhm.
it's something very meaningful for me because they're not here.
Yeah.
And we spend nothing.
Yeah.
And it's good sometimes, like when you move to another country or to another city, sometimes you get disconnected from
That's
old
All
friendship.
the friends, exactly.
And all of
yeah.
a sudden you see a friend that you've never seen
Mhm.
for 15 years or 20 years. And
You will see
yeah,
recommended by Facebook.
That's
Yeah.
someone was looking on your profile. So it's good that it is a good tool if you know how to use it,
To
but
use
to
it.
get this kind of addiction on it,
That's
it
the
becomes like a
problem.
downturn.
It's amazing how social media transcended from 60 Degrees, was it? To MySpace, to Friendster.
Friends, yeah.
And now we have Facebook, IG,
Yeah.
and Vivo. I became part of Vivo because I love music, and then I kind of like left it because it's taking too much time.
Right.
So I just have Spotify. So
Mhm.
anyway, there's a lot of things that we can actually do with social media, but I want to focus also on groups. How do we maximize social media, specifically Facebook, in terms of groups?
So the groups is a great tool, especially if you use that on LinkedIn or Facebook, because a
So
group,
LinkedIn is a professional
platform for people who are looking for jobs or a professional connection, and Facebook it is kind of the
The world.
public,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world,
The
what's
society.
around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So groups it's a great tool because you are creating a community, and the purpose
Mhm.
of what you do online is to create a community around you.
Mhm.
It's like you've been raised in a town, and this town you already have a community around you.
Yeah.
You have your family, you have your friends, and you have the public in that community. So if you want to sell something, if we're talking about business,
Yeah.
you open your store, and then you already have connections. You already have people, they know you, and the same that you can do online. Online you have kind of 3 steps. People has to know you, like you, and then trust you. Once they trust you, it becomes so much easy to communicate with those people, to sell them on the message, to sell them on your product, on your service, on asking for a help or sharing something or whatever you want. So it is a community pretty good to have if you have a cause, if you have a business, or whatever you
Platform,
have to have. Platform.
Advocacy.
And
Yeah.
in addition, also, with the Facebook group that we have, we have the Settle East Coast, we have the Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum. This group, we use this to help people by sharing an information. And right now,
Vital information.
yeah,
Vital
vital
information,
information. And with the community, with the Facebook group, it's a specific topic. So for Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum, it's about immigration. For Central East Coast, the topic is
Welcoming
all about
newcomers.
welcoming newcomers.
And this is
Settlement.
very critical.
It's very critical because
Don't go thin and broad on
No.
everything.
No.
You cannot be everything to
That's right.
everyone. Yeah.
And it's-
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
because when you join to a community, you should have the same same goals,
Same
That's right.
same
aspirations.
aspiration,
yeah.
or you have
Same
the same.
values.
same
you are
values,
sharing,
exactly, yeah.
That's why it's really called Facebook community, because it's a community. Because if you feel that you are not belong to the group, why are you joining the community?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's why the Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum that we have is growing, and people that
It's growing rapidly.
It's growing
I was
rapidly.
really surprised to
Mhm.
see how. When did you start with your group? now?
Actually, I started the YouTube 2 years ago, and then now Facebook
with
is
the Pinoy Canada
basically
immigration just this year, right?
just use less
It's
than
like
that.
5,000
Yeah,
already.
5,
Wow,
yeah.
that's
And I
crazy.
think like we saw the results
The
in
results,
the
yeah.
Filipino
Filipino.
festival. Like,
Oh yeah,
it
yeah,
was
definitely.
a huge hit
Yeah.
this year in Halifax.
The Filipino Heritage Month, I think the organizers, we were expecting for 800, 500, but we were surprised that the head count went up to 2,000,
Yeah.
2,000 plus. So that's
This
social media.
Social
is,
media really
it works.
It really
yeah,
helps
it
to
is.
disseminate informations as well, to connect to people that are not just Halifax, because most of the Filipino that came to that event are far from Halifax.
Mhm.
Some from Valley, some from other province, and because of the social media,
Easier
they're
to
able to
notify
disseminate.
people.
Yeah.
You create one event and in 2 seconds
Right
everybody
away.
got notified in your group. In your
Yeah, I think
community.
flyers now doesn't work that
No.
much. It's really hard to go out and
Printing companies
I
are
remember
pushing
back-
so bad on this.
Yeah.
Back on the Philippines, like some people would stand by a heavy traffic area and they will hand out
They have
flyers.
flyers.
Yeah.
It, for
That's
me,
good, like
it
if
doesn't
you're,
really
if
work.
You're, yeah, if you're feeling hot.
You can use it as a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, social media is you can have a zero cost in advertising, but then you need to learn everything. And the good thing about Facebook, the tool are all free. You just need to give time.
And as you said, like you don't have to pay for ads. Once you start engaging
Oh,
people and creating this kind of
That's what you're
community,
doing.
I paid
Yeah.
some for when I had
The
my
event.
first event.
but
the
people they
two-day
don't
concert.
have patience.
How's the result? What's the result? When you
Initially, it wasn't that good, and then when I hired you, find.ca. then
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's,
so
that's when we see.
now it's
That's when we see the better results, because
yeah.
you can do targeted communities.
this is
I
what,
didn't know.
what we call free advertising.
No, he's actually powering our live stream, so
No.
it's all good.
I like Joey because he is creative. Really, he is very creative in what he's doing.
The reason why is that I love what I'm doing and I'm
Great.
happy with it. That's why.
And this is the point. Some people they go on something they don't like, or sometimes they start to post something online that they don't have passion about, and the other people can recognize that. So don't go and do anything online that you it's not you that you are pretending.
That's
You
abstract
know
about
it.
you.
Oh yeah, like I'm doing this cause just like for the sake of money or for the
That's right.
sake of
Exactly.
creating a community around
That's
you.
right.
So
Because for some reason you can still sense that that's not your friend,
No,
you know,
this is
because
not.
it's not related to who he is. But I want to go back to the groups. So we talked about making sure that we have specific goals,
Goal.
specific aspirations, specific values. So how can we improve groups on social media? Because we have groups, so we wanted to
usually-
take it from the expert.
Yeah, so usually there is always three steps in human interaction, offline and online.
Mhm.
First, you have to get the attention of the other person, and then you have to share kind of message or story with them, and then you have to give them an offer. So let's take the offline story. So if I'm walking on the street and you are walking by, and you're not paying attention to me, so the first thing I want to bring your attention. So say, "Hey, Al," and we start like the discussion, and then within the discussion we start to share messages and stories. What are you up to? What's going on with your work, with your family? We start sharing those kind of information, and at the end we have an offer for each other. And the offer, I'm not saying an offer could be a product. No,
No.
like the offer could be just let's get together for a coffee. Let's do
An
something.
invitation.
An invitation. So
In
it is
relation
kind
to the
of-
message that you have
yeah,
posted.
it's
yeah.
called to action to do something, because what people do usually, they do the attention sometimes, they do the message or the story, and they leave the call to action, or they leave the offer. So they leave the public, their group, in the blur. They don't know what to do after that.
That's right.
So you have to tell people. People are so much bombarded those days with the messages online.
Lots of messages.
Lots of
online,
distractions, social
Yeah.
media, like so much going on
That's
on
right.
social media. So to stand out, you have to tell people exactly every step they have to do, so they can relate. They have couple seconds just to understand what you want from them to do.
Specific information.
That's right.
So if you don't do the third part, it's just like calling their attention, making them go to commons, and then leave them there.
Yeah, and then you turn your back. They
Yeah.
say like,
what I'm going to do now?
yeah, what should I do? Like,
You told me to be here, but
that's
now
What's next?
What's
Yeah.
next?
Yeah,
What's
like-
next?
It's a process. It's a process when you are inviting someone to join in any kind of gatherings, even a Facebook group, meet up. You need to have one goal, and then you need to direct every invited guest.
all your messages,
All your
all
messages.
your offers, all your stories
Those
should
stories.
end by this goal. Or-
Same thing with our Settle East Coast. Shout out to everyone, especially to our newcomers. Shout out to everyone. We have one goal, is to help the newcomers. And that's the
Settle,
message we are sending. And people that are member
Joining.
or joining or volunteer, they like the idea of helping. That's why they are active. And the community
Yeah.
are growing because they know what to do. The goal is to help the newcomers. So that's our goal. So it's very clear to the community.
Clear expectations. I want to go back to stories, sharing message on groups. How can we be effective on that?
Like stories, there are also like couple steps to share a story. Everyone who is online or you are interacting with someone online, they have an experience. They have a past experience about your message or about your offer. So it's good to understand what kind of past experience they already have. with
So
your
where they're
message.
coming from.
Yeah, and mostly people only can remember the bad experience. So whatever you're doing with your offer, could be a product, could be a service, or could be a message. Most likely, if they know something about it, most likely they only remember the bad experience. So for that, we always say like your message and your offer should be repackaged in a way that people see it as a new opportunity, so they cannot relate any bad or past experience to it. So now there is no barriers, there is no walls that people can block their minds not to hear, not to listen, not to follow what you are sharing with them. So it's good to have this story, the bad story they have about your product or your offer, and then you give them the solution, the new opportunity, and then you share your own story, how this offer or how this solution changed your life, because people can relate only with stories and becomes so much easy instead of saying like you should do that,
That's
you
right.
have to do this
That's
or
right.
whatever
That's
it
true.
is.
Very true.
So bad experience, what kind of story they're telling themselves, what is your new opportunity or new solution, and what is the new story they have to relate
That's
with,
right.
and then you give them the offer.
That's
So
right.
the offer could be a call to action, could be a package of something, a product or a service, depends on what you're doing, what is the purpose of what you're doing on social
media.
media.
Wow.
And the only thing is, I just want to connect this, what George says about in our Settle East Coast, in our group, that we encourage people by telling a story. Like someone came and this is their experience. We help this family and this is our feeling. People or members of the Settle East Coast, they feel the same feeling because they we have the
That's right.
same story.
Yeah.
We become all newcomers here in Nova Scotia. So they feel the difficulty. They feel the happiness
The
when they help the challenges, and they feel happy also when they help someone. So we have the same story. So that's why when we send this message to them, it's very clear to the community, to the Facebook group that we have. So this is a very good example.
And we talk always about conscious and subconscious and those kind of topics. And the story of consciousness right now is a big thing everywhere we go. So if you only share information, like kind of you have to, like this kind of information get blocked by your subconscious mind. Whereas if you share stories, the subconscious like kicks in and say like, this is what I want.
That's right.
This is the belief and the emotion that I have. Those are the pictures I already stored. So it opens up and people opens up more to listen and to get the offer or to get the message that you are sharing with them.
So I think what you're trying to say is there are critical words that we have to be careful when posting a story or a message, right? So it's nice if it's like a free-flowing story that would encourage and inspire them, not trying to.
And inspiration is
Yeah,
it's very
inspiration,
important
yeah.
because sometimes people see inspirations and they put the wrong wording. So once you start saying the negative wording, like for instance, I'm bad in remembering numbers or I'm bad in remembering names. So now you are telling your mind that you are bad. Not only about numbers, not only about names, you are bad.
As a person.
So whatever
As a
comes
person.
after the I am, it becomes your state of being. So we have to be careful, like how we talk to ourselves before we talk to the public, and when you talk to those public, because you're going to repeat the same message for maybe 20 days or 30 days over and over and over again, that you use the right wording, the positive ones.
Wow.
So you this way you can inspire them to change.
Yeah. And the one thing that I learned from George, because George is my mentor when I have the social media. I always mention, George, I learned a lot from George, especially for understanding the your audience and your client. And this is one thing that I really want to share to everyone is, for a business owner, don't just sell in the social media.
Yeah, social media, the
It's-
purpose of
it's-
social
it's
is
not-
not selling, no.
It's not a marketplace.
It's
So if you want to sell, go to
There's a place for that.
marketplace.
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 in
It's,
Facebook.
In a
So there's-
Facebook.
And there's a place for events, there's a place for your
That's
profile.
right.
So there's a place for everything. So it
Perfect.
doesn't mean that you have your profile, you run away,
That's right.
post something and then sell.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and we have to remember that the purpose of social media is to create a community, then we try to sell.
That's
and
right.
we have a process between both. Because what happens if you sell on the marketplace on Facebook, and let's say tomorrow Facebook closes for any
Right.
reason, now you're done, your business is done. But if
It's
you have a community,
community.
they already know you, they already know how
They
to
have your
find
phone
you.
number,
Yeah.
they know you personally.
So they move with you on
Yeah.
any platform, they
Right.
move with you on any offer or product
Yeah.
that you want to sell.
It's more on trust relationship. So same thing what I do with When in Halifax. I will just plug my no, because with When in Halifax I share my story. So when I share the story, I share my experience. People can relate. People, we have the same dream to bring their family here in
Yeah,
Canada. That's the
yeah.
dream. And then when I move to group, they follow. When I go to Facebook, they follow.
True.
Not because they want to follow me, but they want to follow
Your
the
story.
story
in the message.
in the
yeah.
message. So it's
Great.
not about all about me, it's the community that we build also. So that's why I'm very happy with one goal, which is sharing is caring, is growing. It's not my community growing, not
I like
me.
this, yeah, sharing.
Not me,
Yeah.
but the sharing is
It's
caring thing.
True, yeah.
It's growing. Yeah, that's why I'm happy. So yeah, I
And you never know. Sometimes you say like one word and it doesn't mean any, like it doesn't change anything in your life. But this word or this short story could change a life of someone.
Sharing,
Because you never
sharing.
know, how people compile the information together to get something, to get better in their
Powerful.
lives. So for that, we like if you have something, like I feel like you have the obligation to go and share it with the other people, to share it with the world.
That's
So
right.
don't keep it to yourself. If you have an experience like what you've said at the beginning, that you got the ticket, but now you are sharing. I know
I'm
it's
sharing.
painful, but
It's a painful, yeah, it's a
But-
painful experience.
but
I'm
sharing
going to
the
So now they know
experience,
that
they
you're a bad
know.
driver.
yeah,
So 300 for
295.
2000, or
But-
3004.
But the main thing is when you're sharing something, it's painful experience for you, but you're happy because they can avoid those things.
That's right. And they can relate. If instead of
you're-
just saying like don't speed up.
Yeah.
When you say like I got the ticket, this is what happened, this is how I communicated
What you're
communicated with the police officer. So it becomes they can
So-
relate, so they can
I hope they're
create
not
the
the police
story.
are watching.
But you know, it's like a funny
He already got the
funny
ticket, so
experience.
it's fine.
Funny
Yeah.
experience. It's a new experience also, and I cannot explain the feeling when the police pull over me.
Let's move to another topic.
It's a mixed emotion. That's
See,
that's the
yeah,
safest
yeah.
way
Yeah,
to say.
it is
It's a
mixed
mixed
emotions.
emotion. So I'm not angry. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. But it's like overwhelmed.
You
It
you were
just, like,
just
happened.
overwhelmed and
Overwhelmed.
surprised. So me, I'm really at first when I started with Facebook, I'm trying to get the right words. It's quite a bit of like a battle in my mind as to what are the words I need to put in there, because everyone is watching, everyone is looking at your post, or maybe your future employers will be looking at your post. So words are really meaningful, and they also have emotions. I was a teacher in the Philippines, and I dealt with English literature, so I know how exact words will trigger emotions, be it mental also, and whatever faculties of your individuality. So words are really powerful. So make sure that you maximize social media by putting, I'm not saying the right words, but words that can either make or break a person or a community. So for our community, Settle East Coast, we try to inspire each other.
Yes.
We try to help each other. We try to build on each other, because as what Joey was saying is that when we do that, we all grow together.
Sure.
So we see there's a fulfillment in that growth.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, he's
So
very,
are you covering?
I'm covering my. No, I'm just listening to. No, it's true, because when you see someone, because I already experienced someone that when I met them here in Halifax, they say thank you for sharing the information because I got this. I came here, or I already avoided this and this and this because you shared
Because of
information.
those information.
So I'm so happy of sharing an information because I cannot say that I changed their life, but I'm able to share information.
make it easy at
Make-
least.
Yeah, that's the word. Make them
They
easy.
find the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see them. I'm happy that they appreciate what we're doing. And actually, from sharing, caring, we are here now. East Coast Filipino
Yes.
portal, like, so sharing
Exactly.
is caring. So
And exactly what you do, exactly. You are sharing information, you are sharing help,
Mhm.
and you are offering people an opportunity. You, like every episode, you have something for the people who are watching you.
Exactly.
So exactly what you're doing is what everyone
Mhm.
else should do on
That's right.
social media.
and this is one venue to share information to empower them or to inspire them to achieve something to their dreams,
Yeah.
especially because most of the viewers of East Coast Filipino Portal are people that are here or they dreaming to come here in Canada. So what we're sharing is to give them idea what is the community here.
It looks like what is the
Mhm.
life
What
looks
is the
like.
life here? And social media is very powerful tool in venue to do those things.
So from individual profiles to group communities, so how do we transcend this to quickly on the business side?
Yeah.
So I know that's where your expertise is. So I know there's a marketplace, but how do we become more effective in dealing with social media so that we'll be able to achieve our goals for our businesses?
So there is no difference between individual
Oh, okay.
and business. At the end, it is a connection between you and
Mhm.
another human.
Mhm.
If you are doing a business, so the offer could be just friendship, or the offer could be a product, a tangible product, or a
So it's
service.
always going back to the principle: know, like, and trust.
That's right. So know you, like you, trust you, and then what you share it. You have to grab their attention, share a story, and then give them
Same
an
thing.
offer. And on the business side, what we do, and I believe that even on the individual side, everybody has to do it this way, especially if you have someone who doesn't know you yet, is to create a process. So the message should be in a process for 20 days, 30 days. And the reason we do that, because people, to get their attention and to create this kind of ritual or kind of habit for them to listen and to absorb your message, it takes about, on average, 66 days. So,
So that means you're coming back.
yeah. So before you
We would love to have you.
you give them
to
to
go
give them
through that
a,
process.
yeah, like what happens, you post for one day and then the second day you start saying,
Yeah.
come and buy my product. So if they don't know you, they don't trust you,
Yeah,
so why
exactly.
they should come. So they take 20 days or 30 days just to consume, to trust you. Then once you offer them something, they are more likely now or ready to come and buy.
It's a process, Al. It's
It
a
is a
process.
process, at least like 20 days, 30 days if people don't know you.
That's right.
Maybe around 10, 15 days for people, they know you a little bit or they are ready to buy, just to warm them up, to make them ready
Exactly.
to come and grab your offer.
And speaking of like growing the community, we are very excited because we are now 1.9 thousand followers on Facebook.
This
So
is great.
And that's George.
3 months
and that's
ago, we
all.
started 3 months ago.
Yeah,
just
3
to-
months
Wow,
ago,
this is
2,000
big.
followers, organic. Don't forget the word organic, because
yeah,
we're not
there's
paying
no
now.
paid,
No,
yeah,
no
there's
paid.
no paid
It's
ads.
So what if we pay?
That's right. That's you have you find Canada. No, just kidding. But that's the main thing with our goal with East Coast Filipino Portal is it's a very we have a clear objective, and at the same time the members
message
the
is
message is very strong.
So for that, people are referring each other to,
That's
to
right.
the platform and
Yeah,
to
exactly.
And
Yeah.
then at the same time, I want to add with the social media. If you're planning to use the social media for your business, consistent.
Consistency.
You
is
need-
the key.
consistent and
Yeah.
patience.
Patience.
Don't leave. Yeah. don't wait like 20 days or 25 days. And if you don't get the likes or the offer or the offer that you want, some people they give up for some reasons. Just keep going. You never
Yeah.
know when it clicks and it builds
That's right.
at
So-
some point. Yeah.
Yeah, fame is a process.
That's right.
It takes a while, eh? Yeah.
And thank you very much to 2,000, almost to
Almost
1.9
2,000, yeah.
followers. Yes, thank you
This
very
is
much
a town actually. Yes.
This is now a town.
Congratulations.
Welcome to East Coast
East Coast
Filipino Portal Town.
Town.
And the
then
president, you
eventually-
have two presidents.
and then eventually becomes a city,
City.
and then I like that idea.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we become a province.
You're going.
Yeah.
But the main thing when we grow is when we grow we see the community, Al, and the community really appreciate of the information that we shared. And to everyone that already likes our page, share this page also to your friends, to your
Exactly.
family,
Yeah.
because we're not just sharing information about Halifax, we are sharing everything that we can have here. Like right now we are talking about social media because most of the Filipino, not just in Halifax, are planning to have business. Maybe social media is one way to grow your
It
business.
is a great venue if you know
It's not
how
maybe,
to use
it
it.
is.
It
It's
is,
For now.
yeah, for now.
For
it's
now,
social-
that's the
yeah.
trend.
It is.
Joey, you're not convinced yet. Social media is
It
now
is,
the trend.
yeah.
We're trying
It
to
is now the
advertise.
trend.
Then you break everything.
We can be your
I
consultants.
realize. I need a consultant.
So if you are still thinking,
Mhm.
stop thinking. You
That's
start doing.
That's right.
Yeah, start doing social
Practicing,
media,
yeah.
practicing, because it takes a process, as you said. So from yourself, it becomes a community, and eventually, you have a whole city following you.
Yeah.
People wait so much to be perfect. There is no perfection
No.
unless you start to practice.
That's true.
That's right.
That's my experience also with when in Halifax. I feel scared at first, and when I watch the video, I feel I can see on my video the tense, the
The
anxious.
trembling voice.
But now I'm still nervous. There's no
That's at the Serene, you're
but there,
doing
there is
great
there's
right
an
now.
improvement.
Yeah.
There's an
I
improvement.
call him the live king now.
Like you feel scared sometimes if you don't know or you don't relate to the message.
Yeah.
Once you have this passion inside you, like you don't care about anything other than sharing with other people
That's very
for their
true.
benefit and your
Very
benefit
true.
as well.
Always remember, this has been in my mind, that fear is false expectations
That's right.
appearing real.
That's
So, but they are false. They're not true. So, deal with what's
Something
what's
internal
true.
happening,
Yeah.
and we accepted it and we go with it. It's an illusion sometimes, or most of the times.
That's right.
Yeah. So people were asking me a while ago. I was talking with one of our volunteers. He said, "No, you guys can go live. It's okay. I can't go there." And I said, "Why? What's the difference?" And she's like, "Yeah, because you guys are more confident than that person I was talking to." And I said, "To be honest, we also have our own fears and
That's
our
right,
you know
yeah.
we also
We're a
have
human at the
Yeah,
end.
we
have
It's a
our
human
own
thing.
expectations as well for ourselves. But I think at the end of the day, if you're able to conquer that, you become victorious on your own, and you
Right.
feel that fulfillment. Even myself, I've hosted a lot of events, but every time I do it, there's a fear behind it. But I try to overcome myself, and if you know what your purpose is,
Once you are
Yeah.
in it, you're good.
yeah, if you know your purpose, if you're in it already, do it, because it brings fulfillment, just like with us. It
Yes.
brings happiness.
Just to mention something very important about what you're saying, if you know Mel Robbins, she created what it's called the 5-second rules, and that is just related to the fear inside us.
Exactly.
And she says all what you have to do if you have fear of camera, just set up everything, and once you want to start and you have this fear coming in, count backward 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jump and start. Don't think. And once you do that, it goes. You are in. So whatever you do, just count backward, and it works. So
I'll try to do it because sometimes I feel nervous in live streaming.
you feel nervous counting.
Yeah, nervous counting.
Yeah, even kids can count, so
Yeah.
that means even kids can overcome their fear. So George, we can just go on and on and on, and I'm very. The first time I met you, I didn't understand your name because it was a loud crowd, and then now I finally get
8
to.
letters
Yeah.
with an S.
Yeah, because it was in the Halifax forum, so everyone is so
Yeah.
noisy. I was doing a live stream.
Mm.
I'm not used to it, but I said, you said
No,
the five
five seconds.
This is
second
the
rule.
power of social media. You went to my Facebook and checked out.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I do because I'm part of the programming of East Coast Filipino Portal, so I sneak on people. And I checked you on LinkedIn.
Like that.
I see. So
Ah,
good
that's
thing
very
Facebook doesn't follow me.
Oh yeah.
So,
Try people.
so we really appreciate your time, your effort, and everything that you do. And you want to plug in your Wednesday social media for all?
Yeah, like every Wednesday at 6:30 Atlantic time, Halifax time, we go live, and we do online business training. We call it social media for all, hashtag social media for all. And every week we have a different episode on a business training and sometimes on mindfulness, because it's not only about the business, it's about the human behind the business itself. So social media for all on Facebook, hashtag social media for all.
Yes.
Every Wednesday, 6:30
6:30
Atlantic
Atlantic
Standard Time.
And the best thing about social media for we are at public
The
library.
Central Library.
Central
the
Library,
Central
yeah.
Library in
So if you
Halifax.
want
So
to
next time
join-
we'll video bomb.
That's right. Yeah. If you want to join our live
Just
stream, you're
walk
free.
by like behind us.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
It was very interesting.
Thank you,
so
George.
much.
It's
Thank
like
you.
we're just met.
Ayan, thank you so much,
Thank you.
George.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much to all those who tuned in. Once again, if you guys have any questions, any suggestions, feel free, just like Ephraim Oliver, he messaged us. So feel free to message us on topics that we can discuss. We're actually fully booked for September. We have one Friday left for September. For October, we're almost fully booked, so we are actually advanced with our topics. So guys, keep on liking, keep on sharing, keep on following us. And we're also on YouTube, East Coast Filipino Portal on YouTube. So please subscribe us on YouTube as well. And of course,
Promo play.
yeah, and there you go. I almost forgot about the promo play. So we are giving away 2 longanisa. So we're gonna
From
have
Kuya Moy.
2 winners from Kuya Moy's longanisa. It's a sausage made from the Philippines. made in Canada now.
It's a great food. Like, I love the food that you have.
Awesome. Shana?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
He's just surprised with him.
We have to do the draw first. We have a winner already?
Yeah.
I think he already won last time.
I see.
I think he knows himself. He is a very avid. He joins in every
But this is
thing that
great
we do.
when you have raving fans.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's one. We need two, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so our first winner for our promo play is Joyous Grace Java Lascuna.
Yay!
Joyous Grace Lava Lascuna, you have just won yourself Longanisa, care of
Longanisa.
Kuya
Mois.
And of course, our other winner, nakatanggap na siya na ano.
Yeah.
Ay, not yet. Okay, so we'll have another one.
So we have 2 prizes for today's live stream.
And the second one is Joey. You know.
The
Oh,
second
this one, I know her personally. And our second winner is Mercedita Valdez. Congratulations.
Yay!
So Joyous and Mercedita, I will be personally messaging you and I
How
will
to
give you
claim-
instructions on how to
claim your-
claim the prizes.
Kuya Mois Longaniza.
I know you can claim your prizes at Alanos Catering in Herring Cove.
Mhm.
So they have a special event tomorrow as well. So
Yes.
hopefully we can go. But anyway, once again, guys, this has been your friend Al Landingin.
And this is Joey Moreno of East
East
Coast,
Coast
Filipino
Filipino
Portal.
Portal.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so much.
George.
Thanks.
Welcome to East Coast Filipino Portal Promo Play. Every Monday, we'll be posting one trivia question for you to answer and win a special prize